Hi, I'm Rachel. Thanks for stopping by my channel. We've been super busy this week with indoor and outdoor projects around our house. This week's dinners were very simple and super easy. Because when the weather gets nice, who wants to spend all their time in the kitchen? On Sunday, I had some thawed fish that needed to be cooked up, and to go along with it, I just sprayed my crock pot down with some nonstick cooking spray, and then I added some multicolor fingerling potatoes or little potatoes, and they are all washed up and scrubbed. I just added a scoop of salt and some garlic and also some pepper. Just wanted to make sure that these were seasoned up really good. Potatoes can handle lots of seasoning. I gave them a little drizzle of olive oil and then hit them with a little bit of chicken stock. Then I just put them on low and let them cook for about 4 hours. Later, I just came back and added a scoop of store-bought pesto and then just gave it a mix. I just let those potatoes continue to cook while I was getting the fish cooked up. And to get the tilapia ready, I just patted it dry with a paper towel and then just sprinkled on some Creole seasoning. And I also added a pinch of lemon pepper. I have some olive oil heated up in my skillet, and I just placed each piece of fish seasoned side down in the frying pan. Then I sprinkled the other side of the fish with the same seasoning. I just flipped each piece of fish over when it started to look white around the edges, being as gentle as possible so that the fish doesn't break in pieces. I just served up some French style green beans on the side, and that was our dinner for Sunday. On Monday, I let Bill pick out what was for dinner, and he came home with some steaks, which is always one of my favorite dinners. He also brought home some sweet corn, which I just boiled on the stovetop with a little bit of salt in the water. And then I heated up some water and some milk along with some garlic powder, pepper, and salt. And we just made some instant mashed potatoes. He also got some little sponge cakes and some strawberries for strawberry shortcake. And we cooked these right on our flat top grill. While he cooked the steaks on the Blackstone, I just found a little section that he wasn't using and plopped a little spoonful of bacon grease on it, and I added the sliced up onions and began sauteing them to go on our steak. Why am I cooking with a spoon? I just sprinkled a little bit of the steak seasoning that he was using on the steaks right on top of these onions as well, and then just cooked them in the bacon fat until they were nice and translucent. If you can find a good deal on steak like Bill usually seems to, then it can be a very quick and easy weeknight dinner. You could make it even easier by serving just a salad on the side, but here is my plate with that corn on the cob and mashed potatoes and those sauteed onions right on top. For my dessert, I just washed and sliced up a few of the strawberries, and then I sprinkled on some Swerve sweetener, and then I just took my masher and mashed those berries up just a little bit. Then I'm just going to place one of those sponge cakes right on top of my strawberry mixture. I kind of wanted it to soak in from the bottom. Then I added a few more of those fresh sliced strawberries right into the little cup part, and then added a little bit of whipped cream to that. Strawberry shortcake is always my go-to summer dessert. We don't usually plan dinners on Tuesdays because it's my late night at work and everyone just does what they want to do. On this night, nobody was home for dinner. Wednesday was a special friend's birthday, and in her memory, I just felt like having tacos, but I needed to pick up meat for that, and the store that I went to had only frozen meat. So I picked up 2 of the round packs of frozen ground beef, and I had a 1-pound package of frozen ground turkey in my freezer. So I just got busy getting those cooked up in some water, and I added some taco seasoning right into the mix as it was cooking in order to help it get tenderized and cooked down finely. And so I also chopped up some lettuce while that meat was cooking, and I just did the flip and scrape method with it. I also just alternated back and forth between my meat masher and breaking it up with a wooden spoon. I then decided I was going to add a packet of the Sazon seasoning. I found this on sale somewhere and then remembered that I had it in my pantry, so I figured why not, and it was really good. And even though this meat was a little hard to break down into fine pieces, it eventually got there. It just took a little bit of work. After I got all that seasoning mixed in, I just added some water to it, and then I just put the lid on and just let it simmer on low for about an hour actually, and it turned out really good. That just happened to be when we were ready to eat. I'm not sure if it actually took that long to tenderize, but it was ready, and in the end it turned out really good, so that's all that mattered. And I just sat, some Doritos out, some taco shells, and I also had some flour tortillas, some diced up red onions, and some ranch dressing, some lettuce, and salsa. So here I'm just getting my tacos ready, and I wasn't really sure how I wanted to have mine. I usually do the crunchy taco shells, but we had those Doritos, and sometimes Cameron puts Doritos on his tacos, and so I decided I wanted to give that a try, and oh my goodness, it was really good. And I told Bill I may have to always eat Doritos on my tacos from now on. But anyway, here is our dinner. You just can't go wrong with tacos. I had another late night at work on Thursday, and it was on Bill to make something for dinner, and he picked up these sizzle steaks. Now, it has been years since we have cooked up any kind of sizzle steak, and so what that is, it's basically like 2 really thin slices of beef with like a really thin burger patty on the inside. So I just fried that up in some bacon grease and got them nice and crispy, added some cheese, and we ate them like a sandwich with some chips and some pickles on the side. And I like mayonnaise on mine on some simple old white bread. And that's it. A very easy sandwich and chips for dinner. That's just how it goes sometimes. On Friday, I wanted to make Reuben sandwiches, but the store that I was shopping at barely had anything that resembled a corned beef Reuben, and so it became a challenge just to get as close as I possibly could with what the stores had on their shelves. So I ended up buying a couple packs of the 99-cent corned beef because it literally was all that they had. And then I just I had to make do with some onion rolls, and I just put a dot of Thousand Island dressing on each roll, and then I just topped that with that corned beef, and then I'm using some Gouda cheese. Yes, Gouda. And like I said, we're going with what we had. Now, they did have Swiss cheese, but I was not in the mood for Swiss. And sometimes I just can't bear the taste of Swiss cheese. And this was one of those days, so we're going with the Gouda. And I just put each of the sandwiches on our air fryer basket and then popped them in the air fryer. Meanwhile, I was able to find a nearly perfect avocado, so I was happy about that. And I'm the only one that likes avocado, so that's only going on my plate. And then I also picked up some gourmet macaroni salad, and that was really pretty good. I have to admit, for a store-bought salad, it was good. And then after my sandwich was all nice and warm and that cheese was nice and melty, I just topped it with some of that drained sauerkraut and then added a little more Thousand Island. And that is our Reuben sandwich, our version of it, using what we could find. And so I have to say they were really good. I wouldn't choose an onion roll the next time, but it'll do in a pinch. And they were really good the next day for breakfast sandwiches. Hello, we're on our way to grandmother's house. Well, in this situation, grandmother is at the campground, but we're going over today to have a cookout. It's not paying attention. Anyway, we're sitting in the parking lot waiting on Bill. He's running in to get some paper plates and some plastic ware to take to this little campground cookout. And anyway, that's going to be what's for dinner on today, Saturday, and also the last dinner for this week. So just hopping on to say hi, let you know that this is what we're up to as part of our Memorial Day Memorial Weekend celebration. And anyway, I will share how dinner turns out later. And for now, I'm just gonna say bye and end this video. I'll see you next time.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday. Baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand. Hey darling, when it's me and you on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two.
You're showing you know it's going on the channel.
Car bags and get in that car, and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty,